Well, I be damned. What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all know what it is. I just stopped in. It's late night. You know, I really just stopped in and do another test. And, you know what I'm saying? Try to get all my shit together. So, yeah. So, you see the title? Who are you? Q&A, Q&A, you know what I'm saying? You can come in, tell me who you are in the chat, or you can come in and ask some questions about who I am. It's just Q&A, you know? So we're gonna sit back. I'm gonna chop it up with y'all and see what's going on. After I turn the chats on. Oh, thought I pushed the button. Okay, well, yeah. So, yeah, who are you? What do I mean by who are you? Not who you think you are, and not the persona. But I came up with the topic because I was sitting there with a longtime buddy of mine, right? So we take a walk through the hood, you know, through the neighborhood or whatever. I got that little petty video down there. That's what prompted this particular topic of who are you? We was talking, and in the discussion, you know, YouTube came up, entrepreneurial uh, work came up, self employment period came up, and my buddy, the third buddy, you know, was his approach was more like, well, that don't make you no money. This don't make you no money. Now this is a career street guy saying this to me. So I'm saying to myself, who are you? Because at what point in your life, bro, did you decide to give up on the real life in the real world and decide that the streets was gonna be something you retired from? So I'm trying to tell him the difference is, bro, we started together. You see what I'm saying? We jumped off the porch together. One of us stayed the course and the others didn't. So when I be looking at the friends and the peers, I be trying to figure out what's going through their mind. The fact that they look at the streets as a very, very valuable tool to future success, should I say. And I'm trying to tell them that that's not going to happen. See, some of my buddies got multiple numbers. I mean, multiple. Not 1, 2, 3. I got buddies with 6 numbers. Been having numbers since we was just shorties. And they still carry the same mindset, the same attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day they gonna come outside, be in the same spot, doing the same shit, and then when you come through with valuable things for them, they look at you like you crazy. So I tell my buddies, when I see him, he say, "Hey man, I ain't seen you in a minute. You act so anti." I had to look at him. I say, "Anti? I'm acting anti because I want more than the neighborhood? Is that anti? The truth of the matter is, I'm anti because I'm definitely not outside with your ass all the time." Salute. What's up, Nurse P? What's going on? I'm glad you popped in. I'm glad you popped in. There's 216 in the building. So, yeah, so I'm discussing with my boy, like, this shit ain't forever, bro. This street shit fucking dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm acting anti because I saw fit to use the shit we learned in school, the things that my family instilled in me, things I collected from the valuable people that I chose to surround myself around. So I'm anti because of that. I should feel like you're anti. This is where we at, people. I'm tired of the dumb people, right? Let's call it what it is. The dumb people that want you to dumb down because they don't have the strength to smarten their ass up. You feel me? Right. Nurse people, you right. They outside doing shit though, nothing. In the way, that's what they doing. We all the same age. If your inspiration, this is what I tell them, if your inspiration is to get up, to meet on the same block that we grew up meeting up on, then something should tell you that you need to change your fucking mind. You know? So let me finish though. So I'm telling them, I should feel like you're anti because I feel like we went to school together, bro. You graduated. We both graduated. You wasn't a bad student. You had both parents. So I feel like you acting antisocial to succeeding, to becoming something with yourself. So when you come around the hood, it's always, well, oh man. I be laughing how they think, yeah, Cleveland is full of farmland, and that's far from the truth. I swear, that's far from the truth. This is the thing. So, I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people tend to not know the history of the places where they come from. Zane, what is the business? Zane in the building, what's the business? So, first of all, these two people right here, if anybody else watching and ain't said nothing, ain't dropped down, these two people right here probably gonna be my first two mods because they've been fucking around with my videos and my content for a while. They show love. They never disrespectful. And I've been with them in other platforms, and it's always the same with them, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Zane. Shout out to Nurse Peace for staying true to the game. Y'all know what it is. I'm finally going live, so I'm finally about to take this ship. And I'm taking my peoples with me. I know everybody say that, but everybody ain't real. So yeah. And yeah, so people don't take the time to learn their city and their demographic, Nurse P. So yeah, I got buddies, man. Look, I got buddies ain't been 2 streets over. You hear me? You get these niggas in the car, you go 5 streets down, they paranoid. Ready to jump out. So I'm, oh man, you about to ride up through the suburbs, man. You know the police up there, man, don't like niggas. I'm going in the suburbs to see some niggas. What are you talking about? Or you try to put them in a different space. They uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? They, oh man, you want to go to the game? I don't fuck with games. What the fuck I look like spending all that money on these niggas? NBA ain't sent me a fucking letter yet. Cable company ain't sent me a letter yet telling me I appreciate you for watching and none of that shit. I don't fuck with them games and I'm not furnishing them niggas. So I tell niggas, hey man, let's get some bread together. We grown as fuck. Get your wives, your girl, your women together and let's go watch a play. Let's go see some plays. Let's go do some extra adult things. Let's go take a cruise. Now these are all the things I've been doing the whole time we was growing up, and I was looked at as, oh, you think you better than. It ain't my fault I was an honor student. It ain't my fault that because I was an honor student, my family saw fit to gift you according to what you were producing. So you could say I was spoiled. I'm from the hood though. I'm from St. Clair Avenue. So I'm definitely from the hood. Definitely was outside with the drug dealers, killers, rapists, thieves, and all the rest of it. I was in the dirt. But that's what I tell people. Just because you from the hood, it don't mean the hood got to become you. It don't mean you got to stay what that little definition of hood is. That shit is bullshit. I'm me. I don't love the hood. I never loved the hood. I love the people that I grew up around, the people that I was able to correspond with. You feel me? but I never loved the actual hood. I love every environment that I've touched because I take some pieces out of it. I love the Bahamas. I love California. I love Florida. I love Georgia, DC, New York. Like, you see what I'm saying? So you take these pieces. Half these niggas claiming these streets in these cities and don't even know the origin. Like, oh, Decker, for sure. For sure. East High, man, for sure, for sure. That's fam. That's hood. You hear me? That's hood. You know, my mama graduated from East Tech. You see what I'm saying? She was on the street when my mom stayed in the house right across the street from the Huff riots when it started. You know? You right, Zane. That's what I keep trying to tell people. And what furthermore, just to add to that, you right, Zane. It don't mean that you're not educated. But what I would like people to do that's from the hood is express the fact that they are educated, because that'll lift the stigma. These niggas act stupid as fuck though, for real. You know what I'm saying? Even the smart one. I was just talking about my buddy. He graduated high school and all that, had good grades and all that, played football, all that good shit. But you act fucking dumb. You know what I'm saying? You come outside, you meet on the block. We 40 plus, 45 plus in our crew. Why are you outside, bro? With nothing to do. Yeah, right, P. It's you know what it's a lack of, they don't want to continue educating. And so I be getting on them, you know what I'm saying? But I like to tell the truth. So I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. But what I do is, and what I've always done was always study to work on myself, because I know that perfection is an illusion, but I can always be the best me that I can be. You know what I'm saying? So I stay working on myself. I tell people all the time, I used to be a peer counselor. I also used to counsel young parents into their first kids, you know what I'm saying, situation and young relationships. And I tell people, I like to tell the young ladies too, don't fall into that depressed stuff. Talk that they like to talk to y'all young people about when y'all getting into life, because it's just depressed talk. If you focus on knowing that children don't come with a handbook and you have to make the decisions, if you focus on that, then you can focus on the better things. But I tell everybody, I don't be hearing that single child parent household. I don't hear that shit. I grew up in a household with just my mom and my little brother. If you want to call that a single household, then by all means you can say that. But I wasn't, I had two parents, like all kids. You got two parents. Now, you choose to favor one or the other, but you got two parents. So there might be, like me, you grew up in the home with mom. Dad didn't correspond, but at the same time, mom was a very strong, independent, and positive person who always placed me around positive men and women. You see what I'm saying? They don't see shit, do they? You know what I'm saying? So the fact that she placed me around there and didn't allow raggedy ass niggas to come in the home and infiltrate the minds of her sons, all of these things were the things that was necessary. She didn't have to be mom and dad. My mom was super mom. You know what I'm saying? She didn't wake up with a fucking beard. You understand what I'm saying? She was a super mom, not mom and dad. And that's where these fucked up people out here is on some old, they outside, they not working, they illiterate. It's behooving how many people can't read and write. I had both parents as well, and you are right. That makes a difference. It definitely does. I mean, okay, look. It's just like a 50-52, because it do if both parents are productive parents. Not if both parents are working, if both parents have money, if they're productive. You know what I mean? Like if they're teaching you how to survive in this world, then they're being productive. If you see them corresponding with positivity and not arguing and bickering and mom throwing shit at dad coming in the house drunk, fucked up and crashing the car, and you know what I'm saying? So you're right. But like I was saying, so I didn't have both parents in the home. But so when the situation is like that, and that's what my message is to the young ladies, when the situation is like that, and you know that you're the parent in the home, it do become your job though that if you're gonna be dating or if you're gonna be whatever you're doing, it's your job to place the kids around the positive shit though. Like my mom placed me around the positive shit. Period. My uncles are scholars, bishops. My family is fraternal. So I'm around, I grew up around a bunch of structures which allowed me to take that into the streets. Growing up, I was the one delivering these messages to my friends. See, I grew up with some friends who, they had mom and dad. Some of them had mom and dad and were Christians. Some of them had mom and dad and were Jehovah's Witnesses. So there were different structures. But in all, the messages in the end, when you bring your grown ass outside and decide that you want to be who you think that you're trying to be, it's time to put that shit up. For example, in our hood, my daddy grew up on East 99. But I'm from 102nd. East 99 is our strip that we all chilled on. So I probably know who you're talking about. And my sisters were the lightest thing. Exactly. They not. So this is the thing. So my buddies be saying that I talk too harsh. I'm not nurturing enough because I used to speak at a community center up here off 105 called the Kanimu Lighthouse Center, where I was also a teacher of the Hermetic philosophies by the three initiates, the Kabbalion. So I was in the neighborhood dealing with the fake conscious community. And when you out and you really got your boots on the street, you'll see that, I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of people who don't want better. That's a harsh thing to say, but I'm saying, when you do offer the resources, the people act weird. Now you too good to accept the resources. You understand what I'm saying? So the getting better part to the people is more or less now time out for trying to get people to understand what the change needs to be and really just tap in to the people who are in that same motion. Yeah, I know Bashir. I definitely know Bashir. Definitely know him. That's why I say so. A lot of people, and I guess that's what my little mission is on here, because you know I'm an entrepreneur all day. Punch no clock for nobody, but I also sell no drugs. You hear me? Because I was born with gifts and talents. You know? And what I do know is, in our communities, we got the most spending power. To be the brokest people, we spend the most and create the least. Other communities have learned that. That's why they give us their products and we buy them like they the shit. When we could create our own. Make our own. Get our own money. I miss the counseling we used to have. Like, man, Fanny was the truth. So was Stephanie Tubbs. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. It was the truth because Fanny was from back in the Huff time. Fanny was with the real people who were not afraid of putting their feet outside. See, people won't change, but the change that people want is gonna come with some dire consequences that they not willing to sacrifice shit for. That's why ain't no change coming. See, Fanny was in a time where people was willing to die to make you know that we trying to make some change happen. Right now, if you look at this, I got a video down there about the neighborhood block watch type shit that be, the signs be on the poles and so forth, and it's almost like block watch for what? You see everything, but then when shit happen, you don't want to talk about it. You don't want the police at your house. The people have become scared of their own community. You scared that if you are the one saying you saw what happened, that something might happen to you. Back in the day, nobody worried about that. This what we saw, this what went down, and I wish you would. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we lost. If this our community, then we stand for that. Don't nobody come outside and wave and speak to nobody no more. Ain't nobody kids playing with each other. You barely know your fucking neighbor. You know? You better please like I don't get all the church on every corner on 105 and a lot of stores owned by Arabs, but our people don't own nothing. Well, let me tell you what happened there. So at our community center, we challenged the churches in the community. That's what the community Kanimu Lighthouse is right there, in between Adams and Kempton, 966 East 105. You know, stop in, tap in whenever you get a chance, see what's going on. But so it's 19 churches from St. Clair to Superior. Now, for those outsiders that might be on here that don't understand, this is from one main street to the next. 19 churches. These churches do nothing for the community. When there's time to give out turkeys and whatever they could do for the community, there is nothing. But they raking in the money. Matter of fact, one of them churches is Steve Harvey's home church. Exactly, you got those cameras on the poles for no reason. They'll never tell me. That's what I'm saying. They don't tell nothing. It's people with Ring cameras on. My house is fully smarted. You can come get the footage if you see some shit, police, and I got something to do with it. You know why? Because my kids live here. You understand me? My kids live here. So I have to protect this. See, people not thinking. They thinking on some individual type shit like, oh, something might happen to me. No, what the fuck? Your kids in here. You cool with them niggas sitting across the street like that? Shooting dice, shooting at each other all day? No, I don't be cool with that. Now, of course, I don't have to see that. I'm just saying. Position yourself to where you don't have to see is what I'm telling them. Or make a change right there where you at. And them Arabs, them stores all through the community, you're exactly right about that. Every store is owned by a foreigner. We have no power in our community. We don't control what we eating, what the products is they selling to us. We don't control none of that. But everybody got bread. Everybody got a Benz, an Infinity truck, goddamn rims, purses, Birkins, heels. Everybody got some individual shit. But when the shit is about the community, everybody be hush. For a tax form to determine how much. Yeah, that's the church. That's one of the churches. Yeah. Whatever happened to old Pastor Vernon? This old hustling ass pastor. Hey man, look. So back in the day, back in the day. So both my uncles is bishops, right? So one of my uncles had owned 5 churches over in Germany because he was a military guy too at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Got that long bread. It ain't my bread. It's his bread though. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. So he was Church of God in Christ too. And he gave me this book, and I read it, called Counterfeit Revivalists. And he was talking about, the pastors and the big preachers and mega churches and the way they scam, how they do this and do that. And I was looking at Vernon of the Word Church, and I was looking at his come up. I was looking at how a lot of these church dudes, TD Jakes, a lot of them. And I had the opportunity, though, to be at one of these mega situations. So I went to see Billy Graham before when I was younger. And what I discovered was, man, that shit is like a cult. So people be like, oh, man, we don't want to talk about religion and this and this and that. Man, look, let me tell you something. Everything need talking about. If you're going down the rabbit hole of life, because see, that's what people be thinking. Oh, man, don't go down the rabbit hole. What the fuck are you talking about? The rabbit hole is where you should be going. What do you mean? Because if you're walking around on the surface, what's going on the surface? Everything that you see is bullshit. That's the bullshit. Jump your ass down that rabbit hole so you can learn some shit. That way now you can maneuver in the real world and you can see. And that's where people be fucked up at. See, they so caught up in all that, oh man, this is conspiracy, or that's conscious material, that they don't know shit. They're not reading. You know what I'm saying? They're not falling into the context of really what's going on. So when you get into conspiracy theory, first of all, you got to understand where that shit come from. You know what I'm saying? So everything not a conspiracy. So back to where we at with this nurse piece. So our people, they talk about the generational curse. I'm one of those people who don't abide by those rules of life. I don't believe. One of my slogans is belief is just an admission that you don't know, because that's what it is. When you say you believe and you don't know something. Tell you what's the business. Man, look. What up, Tay? Tay Eats in the house, y'all. Tay He Eats is in the house. I just saw her eating some, I think they was egg rolls. I want to say them was egg rolls. They looked like they was banging, but I can't mess with them too much. They'd be too crunchy and too tough for me. But yeah, so I went to see Billy Graham when I was younger, and while I was there, like I said, it felt like a cult, because I'm watching these people line up. They going down here. They so smart, they stupid. Like the ice skate uphill. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Ice skate uphill with rockets on them bitches. Like they really going somewhere. So yeah, so we there. And then, after the Billy Graham situation, I said, man, look at this. I'm watching people pass out. He touching them, they falling. And then I'm remembering this book my uncle gave me. And then fast forward some years, my uncle ain't practicing no more. I talked to him. I said, well, why you was a bishop for so long. Why you don't practice no more? And you passing me a burner. And what he told me was, chicken too crunchy. Oh shit. Tay got me dropping shit. Lord. Yeah, so what my uncle told me was that you can only, as a real person, deal with selling people a lie for so long. And then he was talking about religion. I got deeper into my studies, and you know what I'm saying? So what I tell people is, I don't advise nobody just believe anything if you know core. The core is everything has been rewritten and rewritten and rewritten and rewritten and rewritten. Then for you to just jump into something and say that's just solid, that's just naive of you, period. So it's so much stuff out here to be studied. There's no need for you not to be studying it. Brett, what up? What up, Brett? See them jumped in here. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Trib done over there. Yeah. So yeah, right. So when you're studying, it's gonna be uncomfortable, and that's what I think people. That's what I think people is failing at. Is the uncomfortable part of becoming yourself, becoming better you. See, people want to just turn the page and abracadabra, here it is, the new me. And that's not how life works. You have to confront the things that you're scared of. Yeah, the colonizers have put their hands on everything and rewritten the story. Exactly. Rewritten everything. Matter of fact, what they were rewriting was rewrote stuff. And that's where the problem comes in. See, people don't want to think critically. Oh, they rewrote it. It's this and it's that. No. When they rewrote it, they added their ideas. So if the person who rewrote it was into theosophy, Madame Blavatsky's work, then their ideas manifested into the reinterpretation. Storm, do you remember Ernest Ainsley? Man, hell yeah. Man, yeah. Hey, look. So I went to his thing too at a family reunion. He had some big church like in Columbus or some shit. But right, so Tate, that rewriting, that's what I be trying to tell people. It's cool for you to find inspiration in things, but don't let nobody tell you what their version of the word of God is. Because let me tell you something. They tell you that the books in there were written by God's inspiration. So he, quote unquote, inspired those guys. None of them guys are, if you read the stories, they're different time frames in different areas. So that's one fact. Another fact is, here you have these different interpretations of how the person that's telling you it. So what I'm saying is the preacher or the pastor's guy, the bishop or whoever that is that's talking, when they're trying to give you understanding, that's that person's understanding of it. You can read A, B, C, D, E, F, fucking G. You feel me? That's going to be your interpretation of that. My father used to teach us about this. That's what's missing. I believe that our people not passing the knowledge down. And yeah, you're right. It's getting lost. It's not right. Right. What up, Liz? What up? I'm glad you jumped in here. We having a nice little chat. So yeah, you're right, Nurse P. Because look, so our people not passing the knowledge down. Hey, excuse me, guys. Keep it down. They're not passing the knowledge down, but here's the thing. They not passing no knowledge down. They passing down ski. You feel me? They passing down that type of bullshit. And I'm been in the block drilling. That's what they passing down. Because what they've been told was that we're in a generational curse. You know why they say that? Because that's a trick. That is a trick. There is no curse that's going to lock an entire ethnicity down. Like, that's not a curse. What it is if we tell you that, it minimizes the box, because we also show you it visually through film. We also indoctrinate it audibly through music. It becomes a manifestation of what you believe in, is that you have a generational curse, and you start passing that bullshit to your family. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to break the curse. Ain't nobody been to college because, you know, we got this generational curse. Shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody been to college because ain't nobody fucking finished school and take their black ass to fucking college. You feel me? We don't have no fucking generational curse in our family. Motherfuckers who failed because they was doing what they was doing. Motherfuckers who succeeded because they was doing what they was doing. Nobody was locked into no fucking curse, and that's what it was. We be fucked up in the head listening to everybody try to tell you who the fuck you is and how the fuck to be. That's what the problem be. I remember a poem about money. by the Lost Poets, and it's stuck. It's called E Pluribus Unum. Man, E Pluribus Unum. That's on the back of the dollar bill too, as well. Um, with Novus Odus Seclorum, which is all parts of what we saying. Well, it's where this conversation is. That's part of it too, because they tell us shit like, "Oh man, money is the root of all the love of money is the root of all evil." So, if I love the money, that's what brings the evil part out. That's what brings the negative energy. I get that. I get that only because it's passed with a negative energy from the creators, the persons who is creating that. It's passing through the currency. So definitely the love for the money. But by all means, get to the bag. What we should be telling people is respect the bag, understand and know what that system that bag is in entails. So now you know how to position yourself. Put your little munties to the side. I tell my dudes all the time, man, y'all niggas crazy. You ain't got money to put 200 on a bright idea to start something going that could bring some money consistently, but you got 200 for the next Jordans that's about to come out next week. Oh, you talking about the Jordans that look like the ones that came out when we was 14, my guy? And they was $106 when we was 14, and now they fucking $200, and you want them bitches. You stupid as fuck. Your priorities is fucked up. Yep, it means one out of many. Exactly. Can't play victim. Gotta play with the cards. Exactly. See, playing victim is playing into the hand. Because you gotta know. That's that belief shit. You have to know you're not a victim. I know there's some systematic situations in place to keep people that look like me right here. But I also know who the fuck I am. And I know that system can't keep me nowhere if I don't acknowledge it. That's what they need to know. That's how I talk to my kids. That's how I raise them. Ain't no boundary. Ain't no boundaries. I got some of my brothers raise their kids with the same hatred as the people that they telling them not to mess with. You know how it is in the brown skinned neighborhoods. See, nobody want to tell the truth. In the brown skinned neighborhoods, there's just as much anti-white as is anti-black in the white neighborhoods. Be it as it may, yeah, they got reason to be. If you want to say, oh, well, they were slaves, and everybody wasn't a slave. Everybody didn't come from slaves. People ain't from Africa. You hear me? So when you know this shit, you can push that shit to the side. Exactly, some real estate. So that's what I'm saying. I tell them, I'm talking to the dudes, right, Nurse P? I'm telling them, you pulled up in a Benz, my boy. You pulled up in a track hawk. You know what I'm saying? You got out with this and you put these glasses on. Well, let's buy this place right here and turn it into a business. The first thing they suggest is, let's make a car wash. It be that low vibrational thinking type shit. A car wash? In the 90s, all dope boys bought car washes. And where they at now? All empty. Busted up buildings still sitting in the neighborhoods. Because nobody educated themselves enough to think outside the box. Every hood don't need no fucking car wash. We don't need a car wash. We don't need no more fake ass soul food places. Ribs, barbecue ribs and chicken wings ain't fucking soul food. You know what soul food is? Soul food is the feeling you get from the food because the person that cooked your food cooked it soulfully. They took their time, they nurtured, they prepared, the season was right. They really got into the cooking. That's soul food, not a specific genre of shit. Just because I got some yams, greens, and fucking a piece of turkey on a plate, don't make that fucking soul food. Yep, you know how it's like in the hood when you just see like black and the family originating from niggas and you are Krew. Man, man, look, the hood, the the hood is a funny place. I use okay now. All my watchers, I'm Nurse P. You probably know because you don't watch enough of my videos. When I say hood, I'm speaking surface conversation for those who know what we, that they just call it that. I don't, uh, I don't really buy into hood because I understand what that was. See, remember Nurse P when hood didn't exist, and that's funny. We ain't old, but remember when hood didn't exist? Let me give them a brief run back. Hood didn't exist before the movie Boys in the Hood. Remember that, Nurse P? Before that, it was just period neighborhood. Let me tell you how that social engineering tactic right there fucks shit up. Remember, it was neighborhoods before. Neighborly feelings, neighborly thoughts, neighborly actions, right? So the movie Boys in the Hood come out, right? Take the word neighbor off and then give you the visual of what hood is for the rest of the time being. Where we at now? They call hood. They doing the same shit. So yeah, that's how that shit go. Oh, man, I'd like to thank everybody who came through, everybody who here now. I appreciate y'all. This is my first real live, but I've been telling a couple of people along the way that I was gonna start the lives. It wasn't no like I told. I was talking to D Nail from Tribulation Kidz. If y'all get a chance, go over there and sub up too. I mess with him heavy, but I was telling him earlier. He was asking me. He was giving me some tips and pointers. I was telling him like I'm not shy. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't nothing that I was really fighting against. It was just I do a lot in the real world. I fought every day. They thought I was Latina and belong to the West Side because our black people are racist to our own kind. That's what I'm saying. So we so fucked up that our quote unquote smart people, they get educated, move to the heights, and then still be stupid. See, the worst thing you could do is grow up being taught a situation, right? A hatred situation that is built on color factors, and then you feel that your means to success was moving to the area where the very people that you were taught that disliked you, where they live at. You want to acclimate to their society. You want to acclimate to their school system. You want to work next to them. But you still think they don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? And people in our neighborhoods never wanted to point out the fact that you're just as racist as everybody else. Look, I went to 2 high schools. So I started my high school career, if that what you call that shit, at Villa Angela St. Joseph. And I finished my high school career at Lincoln West High School on the west side of Cleveland, where it's heavily Hispanic. Now you got us coming from the east side over to this school on the west side that is predominantly this. I'm talking about, and the hatred between the two groups. Not knowing that in actuality, y'all are way more close than you think you are. It's deep. So yeah, it's a lot we need to do to fix our communities, but nobody want to work on their minds because they don't believe shit. But none of our people are opening businesses, and Mo got tire shops going up in every hood. Man, Mo shitty. You right, he do got tire shops going up in every hood with his old raggedy ass, and that's what and that's what I'm saying. So our people, we're not really paying attention and understanding how the other communities are building, because we're being entertained too much. You know what I'm saying? We like the bullshit reality shows. We like the bullshit that be on these YouTube channels. We like all the dumb shit. In actuality, we all in the same boat. We all in the same boat. We all in the same boat because the boat is separated into classes. Them boat rides is into classes, and people think it's still colored because people ain't got into that Black's Law Dictionary yet, where we will find out that the colors are statuses. You know what I'm saying? The colors are statuses. So when you get in the court, so let me give you an example. So you get into the court. I go to, okay, let me give you an example. I got pulled over one time, whatever. They have no license, suspended, and all the good, whatever. I get to court. The judge started reading the crap. I raise my hand. I say, excuse me, judge. Can I get permission to speak freely? I have a question. The judge say, sure, you know. She grant me the permission to speak. Now, I ask her, I say, well, I need to know something because when I got stopped and they said I had a warrant, and so forth and so on. And she said, well, yeah. I said, but you just said I had a habeas corpus. Now, that's a different language, and y'all was going on without asking me did I understand what y'all was saying. I said, but I do understand that when you used another language, you also changed jurisdiction in the court. Judge looked at me sideways, Nurse P. Looked at me real sideways because I know now. You know what I'm saying? I know what's going on, and that's what our people don't do. See, we got our people go to the military and come back brag, I'm served for the country, I got me a lack truck now, you know what I'm saying? I stay in the suburbs, ain't taught your child no military strategy. None of the shit you learned abroad. None of the little extra tactics that got to do with survival along the way. You niggas went over here and joined the army, came back, and still ain't taught your son how to fucking fish, shoot, iron, cook, build, dig, start a fire, climb, jump rope. You fucked up. You can look through YouTube and see that the other people that come from the military and come from different backgrounds, they're teaching their kids the shit along the way. Along the way, right? And haven't learned a thing. They come back from the military the same like they left. I got several buddies. My sister been in the military. My brother been in the military. They come back telling me that niggas go over there and still be dumb. Still be dumb. Ain't tried to progress. I tell people it's inside of you. It have to be. Look, so if you wanna keep walking around believing, you gonna be running your ass in a circle for the rest of your life. You can't keep believing. As I said before, belief is an admission that you don't know. I can give you that example. You believe in God because you don't know if he exists, she, or it. You don't know. You believe you might be able to jump over that truck or that box. After you do it, you don't believe it no more. You know it. Knowing comes from experiencing and having to deal with the bullshit that you thought you believed. You know what I'm saying? You thought you could become a millionaire before the age of 30 because you just believed it. Most of our people didn't put nothing into action to make sure that you became a thousandaire or 100,000aire or you had some shit tucked to the side or you learned banking. They don't learn nothing. They don't absorb nothing and pass nothing. That's what the problem is. We want to sit around. Look, my buddies sit around and talk about nothing. So we don't sit around. I don't sit around. I move around. I think a huge problem is I see a lot of people encourage their kids to be athletes and to each his own. But we need to teach our kids there's no box. Exactly. That's what I taught. Yeah, that's what I was taught too. You know, I'm glad you brought that point up because we do that. You know, we think everybody think they son gonna be the next LeBron, next goddamn quarterback or something. You know why they think that? And that's why I be saying it's about that accountability. They think that because that's how small they think. And I'll be trying to tell people that's where the accountability come in at. If that's what you got as set for a goal or something that you is ambitious for you, for your child, then look at yourself in the mirror and see the lack of. So both my kids is honor roll kids. My daughter is a ballet student. My son is a boxer. We do shit. You have to do shit with your kids. Reading books, that's just knowledge. That's getting knowledge. Wisdom comes with the application of the knowledge, and now you're in the knowing of it. You have an experience. That's what we need to start teaching. Just because you are in front of the environment don't mean that you are a product of that environment. Exactly. You're not a product of it until you say that. And that's what they don't know. So the magic that's being worked, you a part of the magic and don't know you a part of the magic. That's what's wrong with people. They don't understand that the power is in the words that they speaking. They don't understand that because they don't study. They don't understand very much at all. And those who do, like I said, the little bourgeoisie ones, they've been already indoctrinated in their mind to once they gain a little bit of tidbits of what they think is knowledge, they swear to God they don't be wanting to share that shit. They be acting so diddy than a bitch. Like, damn, once you know some new shit, is the new shit gonna fill my pockets? Oh, I can't know it? Nah, no, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got to do this and you got to do that. What the fuck? Fuck is wrong with you? Why do I got to do that? Man, don't you know it? Well, share it. Oh, man, ooh. And then you learn later on that for real, when you pushing forward and you trying to succeed and you trying to be into your entrepreneur shit and really be strong and you know you got to really be cutthroat. And a lot of people not built for what they talk. You know what I'm saying? That's that too, nerd piece of a lot of people not really built for the shit they talk. A lot of people be talking that positivity shit. Oh, I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be positive. But the universe ain't all positive. The atmosphere is not all positive. Your environment is not all positive. It's 50-50. So you got to learn both sides of the 50s to be a productive 100. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So people will say, like I use the term when I'm dealing and talking with relationships, I hear people say it a lot. And it used to be women that said it a lot when we were doing the counseling. Well, I just want somebody that's going, you know what I'm saying, come 50-50 to the relationship. No, you don't. If he coming 50 and you coming 50, then y'all both coming incomplete. He need to come 100 and you need to come 100. Now y'all made something big. I have 3 boys, and 2 of them have football scholarships and go to Oak State. For sure, for sure. That's my uncle graduated from Oak State and Baldwin Wallace. My baby son actually built all my information, aesthetic memes. Hell yeah. Right? No relationship is 50. Look, and that's what I mean by we caught up. See, we tend to believe, again, the television, radio programming, just the everyday influences. So I give people a drill. You can wake up in 24 hours if you wanted to. If you really wanted to focus. How can you do that? Let's start today. When you get off work, when you come home, I'm talking to people who can do it. Some of you can't because we have kids and we have other things going on. But if you can do it, when people come home from work, turn everything off. Don't turn on the TV. Don't tap into the YouTube. Don't tap into none of your little socials. Find something to do. Go ahead and make your dinner. Do laundry. Do the same stuff you do. You understand? Find it. Do it. What's going on? What's going on? Brian, what's happening? What's happening? Shout out, shout out. You know what I'm saying? Find you something to do. Right. Social conditioning. So a social condition, there's a bunch of conditioning and that's involved. So people don't want to work on themselves. And this is another thing, a point I like to point out. So I tell people this. Why do you think that you change the oil in your car, you get the brakes checked, you get the fluids changed, you get the paint touched up, you understand me? You wash it, you do all this to your car. And that's your vehicle that you use to get from A to B, from B to C, and etc., etc. When you don't care and put that much emphasis in the vehicle that you drive before you get to the car. I mean this vehicle. So people is messed up because also it's what you ingesting. So it's a couple levels here that got people where they at. It's what you ingest as well. So if your diet messed up, think about this. Your diet messed up, right? So you're putting the bullshit in your body. You're absorbing social media and just a bunch of crap. You know, understand what I'm saying? Into your brain. That's feeding your brain shit. Working on yourself is hard and can be touchy, and people don't want to. You're right, Tay. It's extra hard. It's hard and it's uncomfortable. That's what I'm saying. It's hard and it's uncomfortable, and people don't want to. So what I'm saying is, when those who do want to, because for real, the ears of wisdom is only open when that person is ready to hear this shit. And that's how that shit be going. So once you develop a certain level of overstanding, then you know that some conversations is frivolous. I grew out of okay, Nerd Pete, I'm gonna go back to why I stopped doing a lot of community work, and I'm gonna get into this fake ass community conscious community shit. So what I noticed was kind of what Tay was saying. People don't want assistance. People don't really want help. They don't got the gumption to get up and want to do the shit. So when you're doing community work and you're dealing with that fake ass conscious community, you see people will start to reject some of the shit. Now you might say, well, why you keep calling the conscious community fake? Because conscious just means aware. So you ain't no better than nobody else. Now y'all walking around these dashikis and all these African symbols and signs and shit, and can't now one of y'all read that shit. Don't none of y'all know what that shit mean. But you got it on your back, talk about some, oh yeah, my people from Africa. Well, let me tell you a secret. If all of y'all niggas look in y'all family photo albums and remember what y'all grandmas and granddaddies and great grandmas were saying, I can guarantee you that a majority of y'all was telling y'all, you know, we have Cherokee, we got Blackfoot, we Choctaw. I want to know how many of y'all in y'all photo albums can y'all pull out an old Indian in y'all family versus can you pull out a damn African? They just want someone to talk their business to. Man, so look, exactly right. Storm out the counter right disparities on how our people are medicated. That's the way our money parts are. So that oh wow. That medical stuff. The medical stuff, man, you're right. They so woke that they sleep. That little conscious community. They so messed up that they didn't understand that the enemy is always at work. So you think the same person that got you oppressed, you think they just let y'all walk around and say this stuff freely when they used to put people in jail, beat them down, and do stuff to them for the same stuff? Hold on. I'm getting Texas while I'm on the live. Well, yeah. So, yeah, they sleep. They got these unks on and all these different amulets and big dumb crystals. Don't understand crystal work at all. Don't understand the frequencies and power in the crystals and none of that. But there you have it. Our people. But when remember, when I say our people, I ain't just talking about brown people. I'm talking about people who are in these positions because I grew up in a diverse situation. Being an honor student, I had the opportunity at a young age to always being around other cultures and colors. I always was around that. So I knew our truth though. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. I always had a somewhat distrust and a bad look at white people. Right, right. So yeah, that's what I be saying. So that's what I say. Everybody not just necessarily slaves. You right. My family photo album has no Africans in it, but I can show you plenty of tribal Americans. I got my great grandma sitting on her little throne piece or whatever, if that's what you would like to call it. But I got a photo of that. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying something. Let me see if I can check this while I'm on here. Tell me what happened. I'm pretty sure y'all could probably still see me. Oh damn. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Wow. Daddy always let us know our history always. See, that's what I'm saying. That's how our family was too. And I want to say, okay, so look, so I come from a family of a lot of Masons, a lot of Eastern Stars, and a lot of Greeks. I'm not none of the above though, and there's a reason why. My dad was he's high ranked. His mom was high ranked. My grandmother, her father, and several aunts, and so I say that to say, in our family, we grew up learning the things that people nowadays is just learn. That's another reason I call it a conscious community a fake community. I grew up with the studies of what they're discovering now, talking about, oh man, this we from, oh, and this is Kemetic, and this, and this is, oh man, we Hebrew Israelite this, and I grew up with this shit. So I know what ain't and what is. And I know for a fact that a lot of that shit is put there, but keep your stupid ass divided. Because you think you this, you think you that, you think you this, you think you that. All y'all think y'all holy, but under a holy umbrella, all y'all act unholy. Right, right. You let the foreigners tell you who the fuck you are. Ain't that a bitch? The foreigner also, you know what the foreigner ain't told you? The foreigner ain't told your ass that it's you that's producing the stem cells that's saving the world. That's what they ain't telling us. You know what I'm saying? And those of us who know ain't telling it either. Why don't they tell us that it's our blood that's saving people? Not they blood. They got recessive blood. And genes, all that shit is going backwards. Birth rate, all that shit. Imagine, man, look, our people so lazy. We don't want to go looking for shit. I'm talking about people that grew up in poor environments, all colors. It's our people. There's a way to get to them though. I've done a lot of work, so there's That's part of what my YouTube journey is aimed at. So I'm also here, you know what I'm saying, to help bring people along the way. If you tell me I'm black, I'm definitely not black. I agree with that. I'm definitely not black. For sure, for sure. But yeah, so the mission is to my channel ain't for, I'm not gonna be on there arguing with all these people. I ain't into all that sector shit and all that other shit. So my channel is connecting people who is gonna be, and I said this in a video and I've said it on my Discord if anybody been over there and seen the video. So my channel is geared toward building a conglomerate. So the people that become members and become friends of me on my channel also, what they don't know is they're gonna become employees, not necessarily working for me, but be put in a position to get some bread because of the multiple products that we produce. So we got beauty products. So I got a line of beauty products. We got boys line, men's line, women line, girl line of um, clothing, fragrances, bath bomb, beauty products on that, and then we have the pastime edible collection. So that's all the edibles that, you know. So we got products, and what's gonna happen is if they were left to tell me, I'm everything. Oh yeah, I read that, so I'm not behind. Yeah, so that's what the channel for. I'm gonna be going live. I'm gonna be bringing the real topics, and we're gonna be up in here chopping it up. We're gonna grow organically like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the poll up. This is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna put the polls up. When I do the polls, it's the people. It's gonna be telling me the topics because you can't help people if you don't know what they need. You can't help them if you don't know what they need. So I'm gonna give them the opportunity to tell me, and then we'll base the topics and we'll come on the lives and we're gonna chop it up. I'm gonna make some people. So how do I do the mod? Let me see something. Okay, now Nurse P, I think I just made you a mod. And who else? It say 3 people up in here. Hey man, let me you welcome. No doubt, no doubt. It's Big 216 up in here. If whoever in there, drop a coffee cup in this joint. Drop a coffee cup emoji down in here. Let me know you up in here. You ain't gotta talk and you ain't gotta say nothing. I'm trying to get the channel all together so when we go on live, I got my mods and everybody ready to get you old goofies up out of here when you get to talking sideways. But yeah, hell yeah. Like I said, we're gonna be up in here chopping it up. I'm gonna be showing the products. We're gonna be having real conversations because our people hate to talk. We hate to talk about shit. That's why we grew up with everybody talking about some, oh man, what you talk about in your home, you know what I'm saying? You don't talk about that outside. You leave conversations that's in the home, which was 50. That's a slippery slope too, because what that did was it kept a lot of people from getting help. Oh hell yeah. Zane already know. I forgot. Let me go up. Let me run it back. Let me run it back. Let me find her. Because you absolutely right. Matter of fact, I only got the people. It's only my mods in here who I'm about to make mods. Like, period though. Like, you know how that go. Let me see who all. We got that Joan going. And where is Hold on, Nurse P. I gotta find. I got to find Zane again. Okay, there she goes. Yep. All right, let me come back down. But yeah, so that's how we moving. That's what we gonna do over here, and that's how I see that people, even when it comes to their little YouTube channels, I see that people get caught up and lost in the fact that people are seeing them. Like they wanted to be on TV so bad that this little thing right here is TV to them. I mean, it is because in essence, the origin of YouTube is for real YouTube. So you're tubing what you would consider content, and people absorb that. What we done did was ran into a problem where, because we're dealing with a lot of dummies, they don't know what the fuck to talk about when they turn on the live. Man, you trying to tell me? I be seeing all of it. Like I say, I've been in a lot of different ones of those little spots on here, but I always looked at it like, man, this shit is goofy. Like I couldn't see for the life of me why you would sit on here as a grown ass man on a panel full of ladies for no reason, like for hours, arguing with them, yelling. Boy, I ain't got that time. I ain't got that much time, and I ain't got that. Why am I about to argue with no woman that I don't know about no bullshit? And they know what can two men be arguing about for real? Two different states, motherfuckers from different places. I be looking at that shit like, man, that shit is so whack. So what I did, like in real life, I chose to just watch channels and stuff that. What you want, some soda? Yeah. I mean, this one. That's what's in here. That's empty. Is something in there? Oh, here. You want my straw? Yeah. You want a cheer? Want a cheer? Yeah, sure. Cheers. Wait, I did your video. How do I hi? You see, get me. Oh, you welcome, Zane. For sure, for sure. I've been told you, when as soon as I start going live, you was probably gonna be the first mod. Used to get me in here dragging and catch myself and childish. Yeah, so man, look, that dragging and all that, man. Yeah, I watch it, and I might say some shit from the chat, but I don't jump on people's panels and all that shit because I feel like, I'm gonna be honest. So I didn't really jump on too many. I jumped on Koolin's panel once, but I never jumped on nobody else's panel because I didn't see too many panels that was worth me jumping on. Like, if what are we talking about? They not talking about nothing. So I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? There was no analytical conversations going on. They not talking about no economic developmental shit. They not trying to cross state lines and start businesses with each other and really start moving. So I don't be on that. They arguing about goofy shit. Like dumb shit. All that goofy play running, that man, all that shit is whack as fuck. That shit is teenage shit, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like for real. That's what that shit is. They don't get it though. So they don't understand that they act like that because that's where their mind is still at. So I tell my dudes, they be talking, I be like, man, you done did 10 years in a joint, right? You're 10 years behind, bro. I had to learn they use us as supporting actors when they are tired of arguing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like all that shit, man. That shit. Like if they really understood, again, because of the way the system is set up, if they understood that they're being used now and don't get it. You see what I'm saying? Because their ideas are being stolen and they don't even know it. So you figure all these people who on here play running and coming up with these ideas and how to do this and do that. If you really put that productivity into playwriting or writing books, the same shit, then you could be successful. Same shit I tell my dope boy friends. If you can put that same dedication into coming outside and standing on this corner, you could be doing something else. If you hustling like that, you could be a salesman, make you a product and sell it. So what people is just plain. That's why I say, when you're not succeeding in this year in this space and time, if you're not succeeding, it's because you don't want to. They fighting each other, and the only thing they should be fighting, man, right? They not even doubling up on that. Like I had an idea before, I'm gonna do it, but I spoke about it before. That's really the reason I had jumped on the one panel I jumped on the one time I did before, was to present an idea. That one time was enough for me to pull back and say, oh, they wasn't listening. They didn't hear it. One person did because he commented, but they really didn't pay no attention. But I'm gonna do it, and they'll see what I was talking about and how it can be done. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so there used to be a TV guide, but we gonna run a channel over here. That's why I got all y'all friends, and we're gonna run a real channel. So at such and such time, you know how the channels used to be in the TV guide? You can see the time. Well, it's still on the cable guide. Boop, 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 boop. We're gonna set our channels up just like that. We're gonna be a whole YouTube block. So I got my situation already put together, and that's why I decided now was the time to start going live. So, guess where we at? I ain't, man, I need to roll up. But it's been an hour, 17. That was kind of cool. Hey, look. It's been an hour and 17 minutes. I think we had some productive conversation here. I like the people that came in. It was the people that I really wanted in here because these are the people I talk to often. We're going to get some more in here. Probably, I'm going to try to go, well, I don't know when. Probably tomorrow. I'm going to try to do it every day. Like, you know, I'm just going to tap in. But I appreciate y'all so much for tapping in, man. I appreciate y'all for supporting. You should go and look at Shank Rock in this personal channel. It's completely different from the way it is over here. It's actually grown folks. I'm gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm definitely going on. I mess with Miss Parker. I'm both of them. They So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go over there and for sure. Yeah, but yeah, I appreciate you, Nurse P. I appreciate you, Big 216, when you came through. And everybody else, I hope y'all hit the like. I hope y'all subscribed if y'all came through. I hope some of y'all shared it out if you could. If you couldn't, then that's cool. And I'm gonna come back in. Who knows? Tomorrow sometime. But until then, y'all already know what it is. Get yourself together. Because if you don't get yourself together, you're not gonna be able to get your kids together, my nigga. Do you know what it is? This the strip. This the shop. This the app. Coffee Talk app. For sure, for sure. Appreciate you, Zane. Until tomorrow. Oh, wow. That's love. That's love. That's love. So until tomorrow, y'all. I'm about to go shave. So I can come on tomorrow. But I'm out of here, y'all.